E-commerce has long been a growing trend in virtually all marketplaces, but COVID-19 has only made this more prevalent. With fewer ways to shop in person, buying online, as we know, has become an important alternative. Michelle Van Alten joins us now. Welcome into Ticker for the very first time, Michelle. Thanks for your patience. Great to see you there. How are you today?
Thank you. Great to be here.
So you've noticed, firstly, a change in consumer spending and also payment trends over the past, let's say, 5 to 6 months. Tell us about what you've seen.
Yeah, so what we've seen since, say, mid-March or so, we've definitely seen an impact, of course, because of COVID-19. It's the immediate impact were across travel, hospitality, but also mainly in the in-store vertical. On the other hand, we've seen a positive growth in digital goods and digital services. So, for instance, the video on demand and food delivery services, but also particularly in store retail. Now, what this kind of shows us is the importance of what we'd like to call unified commerce. So the ability to move a shopper from in-store to online in a very seamless and frictionless way. Our data also showed that now that Australia was rolling back the COVID lockdown, we immediately saw the in-store volume bounce back, while at the same time the online volume stayed inflated compared to pre-COVID. So this shows us that there's a bigger appetite from the Australian consumer to buy online.
Yeah, right. That's interesting. So is it your company, just to get the pronunciation, is it Adyen?
Yes, it's Adyen. Yes.
Adyen. So tell us about what you're doing at Adyen. Obviously, it's around what you've just touched on there. What specifically?
Yeah, so Adyen is the payments platform of choice for many of the world's leading companies. And a couple examples are Uber, Spotify, Lorna Jane, eShop, and freelancer.com. So we've built our own payments infrastructure from the ground up, end to end, connecting directly into Visa, MasterCard, and other preferred payment methods globally. This is needed to create, and I said that earlier, those seamless experiences in-app, online, in-store, or unified commerce, as we'd like to call it.
And let's talk about payment solutions at the moment. So what payment solutions do you think merchants should be looking at the moment, particularly now, to help maintain sales?
Yeah, so I realized that I already said in-store, online, in-app, the channels. And now that's very much the retailer's perspective, right?
Yep.
The consumer, they don't interact with a channel, they interact with a brand, and they expect to be treated the same all throughout their journey. Now, maybe to illustrate this, let's create an Australian consumer. It's a she started her journey on Instagram. She sees a product she likes, doesn't want to buy it there and then because she wants to go in store to try it on and to feel the fabric. She's not too sure if the price is right, so she goes to a coffee shop, she does some price comparison online, and then later down the day she buys that product in-app and has it delivered to her house or maybe even in store. So this is the complexity the Australian retailer lives in. That's the landscape of today. So now, at any given point in this value chain, our consumer could have checked out or wanted to pay for this product. So payments is a very important part of these payment or shopper journeys. So that's what we call unified commerce. Secondly, around COVID, what we've seen is very popular are payment links. Our product is called Adyen Pay by Link, which is basically a web link which can be created by a business and copied into a text message or a Zoom chat or any a traditional email, for instance, for the consumer to follow and to finish the transaction. I think this has been a real uptake in Australia. We see already around 15% or so of our clients using this today.
Yeah, interesting. And just finally, when we talk about e-commerce and looking into the future, obviously things are changing so quickly, particularly over the past 6 months. It's really, revolutionized and it's fast forwarded the way we're doing things in a way. Take us into the future, and what do you think everything will look like in terms of e-commerce, these online pieces that you're mentioning and projects? What will it look like in sort of 5 to 10 years' time, do you think?
So I think pay by link, which I just mentioned, this is just not to support merchants during these difficult times.
Yeah.
But this will stay around. This is part of what we'd like to call conversational commerce. And I'll give an example that of one of our clients, Michael Hill. They needed to shut down a lot of their stores because of COVID-19 in Australia, in New Zealand, in Canada. And they're actually using this technology to redeploy their staff and to make them online Zoom consultants. So they're giving tailored advice to their customers. For instance, an engagement ring showing, and giving this piece of payment technology to finish a transaction. So conversational commerce is definitely one of the topics we will be focusing on in the future.
Yeah, really interesting. Thanks so much for your time. Where can we jump online to find out exactly what you're up to? Is it an app, a website? Where's the best place to check it out?
Best place to check it out is our website, adyen.com.
Awesome, mate. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your afternoon. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you, Adrian. I appreciate it.